tight end you doesn't happen without you. And we've got a great matchup here. We've got two of the best at your position in the current game right now.
And Mike, when I came into the league, almost 20 years ago, there was a handful of really elite tight ends. But doesn't it just seem, especially over these last couple years, every single team, at least the ones that make their mark and find themselves in the playoffs competing for Super Bowls, have a legitimate #1 threat at the tight end position. It almost feels like if you don't have a tight end, your offense is missing a key piece. I know I'm biased, but at tight end man, we make no mistake about it. We think we are the most important position in football, and you're not going to convince me otherwise.
On the return is Dylan Laube. Good return here. Brings it up to the 33-yard line. The Raiders offense set to take over for the first time. And leading them, Greg, the veteran out of West Virginia, it's Geno Smith.
I don't know about you, Mike, but my biggest takeaway from our meeting with him was just how important it is that they get off to a fast start. He made it very clear. They wanted to put their opponent on their heels right from the jump. So I think early in this game, they're going to come out swinging right from their opening whistle.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Throwing from the start. Here's Smith. He's going to air one out right away. He's got it! And they bring him down there, but it is inside the 10. And it's going to be 1st and goal.
You want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone. And this is where you have to finish drives.
This has been a solid opening drive. Knocking on the door. 1st and goal. On the ground, here's the first-round pick from April's draft. Down to the 4, it'll be 2nd and goal. They'll go with him again. And he'll get about halfway there to gain a 2, down to the 2. Third and goal. Now, Geno. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
So defensively, there's always the initial pass coverage plan. And then when that breaks down and the quarterback goes into scramble mode, how fast can you then move on to the second phase and what they call plaster, meaning find the nearest receiver and almost play him man-to-man. And it's exactly what they did here. And there was nowhere for the ball to go, and he's forced to just throw it away.
And he gets out wide. He'll go to the end zone. Geno Smith, touchdown Raiders. And that is the way to start a game. Not just score, but, Greg, score quickly. A nice opening drive for the first 6 points.
Well, it seems like the hour spent on that opening game script was time well spent. I mean, to take the ball right down the field that quickly, right out of the gates, that's a pretty good opening drive and an early 6 points.
Not going for 2. They'll kick the point after. He's got it. And the Raiders will take a 7-0 lead. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. It's a return. Here comes Calvin Austin. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The Steeler offense ready to take the field for the first time. They'll be led out by a young man who's making a name for himself, their rookie quarterback.
I think we're seeing this so often now in the modern NFL is quarterbacks who can hurt you both improv as a scrambler and also with designed runs coming out of the huddle. So this is a tricky situation. Guys who can run with this kind of speed, you have to be very careful how you pass rush them. You're not just rushing to a spot. It's not just an X behind the center. You got to try to corral him and keep him in the pocket because when he escapes, big plays are to be had.
And he surges forward for a gain of about 5. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. Once again, it's Warren. And he'll get this to about the 36-yard line. Jermaine Pratt up to make the stop.
And with that run, Mike, even though it brings up 3rd down, it still keeps this offense in what they call a 50-50 downs. It means with the down and distance provided, you can call a run or a pass, and both are equal threats. And that's what makes it so hard for these defenses to defend those situations.
They'll try and run it here with Warren. Call it a gain of 13. Good for a Steeler first down.
Over the last couple years, Mike, we've seen the trend in the NFL is that 3rd down has really become a passing down, but not here. Not for this team. They keep the ball on the ground. They're able to pick up a big gain. Fresh set of downs.
Here's 1st and 10. They'll run it for the first time with Cordero Patterson. And that'll go for a gain of about 4. And Landon Roberts in there on the tackle. Here's a 2nd and 6. On play action, he'll set up to throw. He's got Parham, his tight end. They're trying to use that size to push forward, but it's not going to work. Defense strong up front. They're going to get him down behind the line of scrimmage.
When you put plays like this on tape, it sends a message to every defender across the league. When you play this offense and this guy has the ball, you better bring it when you come to contact him, because if not, you're going to be on the wrong end of it.
And that is incomplete.
They told us this week they were going to try to come out fast, and tell you what, that's exactly what they did. Put immediate pressure on this secondary and let them know, hey, all game long today, you better defend every blade of grass because we're coming out firing. And even though that ball falls incomplete, it goes a long way in setting up the rest of this game plan as the game unfolds.
And this one's going to land out of bounds as they'll mark it inside the 20. The Raiders offense ready to possess the football for the 2nd time. They lead 7-0 thanks to the touchdown on the opening drive. So try to double up here as they begin this drive 1st and 10. In motion is Myers. They'll begin here on the ground. Nothing doing there. He'll go down behind the line.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on 1st down, but that's exactly the case here.
After the loss of 3, it is 2nd and 13. They'll stick with him again. He's to the 25, and they'll get him down, but not before he takes this across the 30-yard line.
There's a combination of footwork and vision, his ability to kind of weave through traffic and understand where the holes were. It's a really nice job working through some bodies and picking up a big gain.
So it'll be 1st and 10. They'll scrimmage at the 33. They'll stay on the ground. Not much happening there, just a short gain. Here's a 2nd and 9. From the shotgun, Smith. That's out to the flat, and it's complete.
Defensive coordinators preach all the time, play pass defense with vision. It's exactly the case here. They're able to rally to the ball, keep that to a short gain.
They need 8 as they come up for 3rd down. Working out of the gun, Smith. That's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Juan Thornhill.
Mike, there's usually such a comfort level when the guy playing quarterback behind center is a veteran. They've seen a lot of ball. You can trust them to make good decisions. And every once in a while, one just gets away. And that's just simply a bad ball, a bad mistake. And you're not going to get away with it at this level.
The Steelers offense ready to take over for their 2nd possession. They can get back into this quickly now. Very short field ahead. It is 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Warren. It'll be a short pickup down to the 31. Veteran safety Jamal Adams there for the tackle. Here's 2nd and 6. On the carry, it's Patterson. And he's bottled up after a gain of a yard. Here now, 3rd and 5. Looking to throw, it's Rodgers. Caught right side, it's Freiermuth.
You can see the eyes of the quarterback. He's trying to push this ball initially downfield, but with the defense doing a good job keeping a lid on the coverage, he's forced to check this ball down to the shallow route. This is something that they know in the future. If I need a couple yards, they can come back to this play.
Rodgers to throw for it on 4th down. And he's going to have the 1st down. Aggressive call there, but it works out as they convert on 4th down.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need, but really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
That's a nice pickup on a 1st down throw. It's a gain of 8.
There's no more efficient play in the NFL, Mike, than the play-action passing game. You can see here why. You make the defense have to honor both the run and the pass, and he's able to pick up a nice gain to his tight end.
On 2nd down, Warren. And it doesn't appear that he got to that 1st down marker. They'll only give him a yard, so it'll set up 3rd down. from the gun, Rodgers. And it looks like he's going to have the first down. The defense was right there, but a gain of 2. Good enough for the first down.
Really just comes down to everybody understanding the situation. You realize, how many yards do I need to get for the first down? And just make sure at least one of my receivers is past the sticks. That's where he went with the ball, and they were able to convert.
Not much there. Maybe a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They send Freiermuth, the tight end, in motion. From the shotgun, it's A-Rod. That'll be caught by the running back, Warren. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down.
There's a lot of ways to get the ball in the hands of your running backs, and it's not always by just handing it to them. In this case, it's a simple check down, picks up a good gain, brings up 3rd down.
3rd down, 3 to go. Rodgers. He'll try to the pylon. He's in. Aaron Rodgers. Touchdown, Pittsburgh.
But you think back to their first possession of this game, Mike, it resulted in a punt. Not exactly the fast start the coaches told us was so important as this game unfolds. They get the ball back for possession 2. Now they try to find some rhythm, find their identity of the game plan, and they come away with 6. So that's how you bounce back in this league. It's not always going to be perfect. Really nice job settling into this game here with their 2nd possession.
Chris Boswell on for the point after. He gets it to go, and the Steelers will tie things up at 7-7 here in the opening quarter. So back to level after the touchdown. The time for the kickoff. Laube now to return it. And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Drive will start on the ground, and he'll be taken down. That's going to do it. That's the last play of the first quarter. A touchdown apiece here in the first quarter of play. Pair of 7s on the scoreboard. And we're back in Vegas after this. A 2nd down throw for Smith. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
3rd and 9. Off the play fake, Smith, and they will continue to go backwards. He's taken down for a sack.
With the right personnel, the safety position is like the ultimate chess piece, right? You can put him in center field to play pass. You can bring him up and make him a pseudo linebacker, but you also can bring him on pressure, Mike, and that's what this guy does so well. The timing and the speed, he got there in a hurry.
On fourth down, A.J. Cole to punt for the Raiders. As this drive quickly stalled out, so he's on to punt it away. This is taken at his own 30. And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over. Here comes the Pittsburgh offense now, heading back onto the field. We'll try to break out of this deadlock. We are all even at 7 as they start this drive, 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, it's Rodgers. This one grabbed by Austin. They get 13 to begin the drive. It's a 1st down.
I'd like to see them do a better job here the rest of the game, Mike, just disguising the coverage from the pre-snap look to the post-snap look. And what I mean is, when you have a quarterback at this level and what they see before the ball's in their hands is the exact same thing they see once they do get the ball, everything is just so much easier for them to process. Change the look, change the coverages, move your safeties. Make the quarterback have to process with the ball in his hand. Certainly not one of his better throws, but what I've loved out of this quarterback today, Mike, was just how aggressive he's remained throughout the entire course of the game. Continue to push the ball downfield. Even if it falls incomplete, it opens up everything else in this passing game, and they've had their way so far today. And this is where the versatility of the tight end position really starts coming into play. Not only do they have to line up with their hand on the ground, but they can occasionally split out in the slot. And man, they're too fast for linebackers, and a lot of times they're too big for defensive backs.
On 3rd down, Rodgers. That'll be caught. It's Metcalf. And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line.
3rd downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on 3rd downs, that is a recipe for success.
Here's Warren. He'll work his way ahead for a gain of about 4. They'll stay on the ground with Warren. And he'll bring this inside the 15, and that's good enough for the 1st down. An 8-yard pickup. 1st down, Pittsburgh. On the ground, this is Warren. And he'll get about 5. Here's a handoff to Warren. And it'll be a pickup of 3. So 3rd down, forthcoming. Rodgers to throw. Under pressure, and down he goes. They've got him back at the 10.
And that's a big-time play. It felt like they really needed it, Mike. That was a drive where the offense seemed to be in complete control. Anytime on the defense where you find yourself on your heels, you're giving up big plays, you're giving up fresh set of downs, you need a spark. You need something to change the momentum of the drive, and we'll see if that was it right there.
Now on 4th down, the veteran Chris Boswell on for the Steelers. This about as short as you can get. Boswell's kick is good. And the Steelers will break our tie and take a 10-7 lead.
It's always a little bit of a letdown, Mike. You find yourself deep in the red zone and you have to settle for a short field goal like that. In this case, he's able to put it through, and they get 3.
Back out is Boswell following the field goal. He'll send this one away. Laube now to return it. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. The Raiders offense ready for this next possession. This one has been tight so far. A field goal separating the two sides as this drive kicks off with 1st and 10. They'll turn and hand this one off. A gain of 4 as he's taken down. Throwing on 2nd down. Smith going to get that complete. Jacoby Myers. And they'll bring him down, but not until he gets to the 38-yard line.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play. And it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest. And that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there. Great job by the defense here, quickly realizing that this was going to be a draw. They're not caught off guard thinking that they're defending the pass. They're able to not only get in there for a stop, but they're able to take them down in the backfield for a loss.
Back to the ground. He'll get it again. He'll get this ahead for about 3. Patrick Queen, the linebacker. They're on the tackle. They're going to try to pick this up on 3rd and 8. From the shotgun, it's Smith. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
This offense has to find a way to be better on 1st and 2nd down, Mike. Living in these 3rd and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
Here's A.J. Cole now. He's on for the 2nd time. He'll try to get something inside the 10. And good coverage by the punt team. They stop him before he can get any return cranked up. Steelers offense and their running back, Jaylen Warren, set to take over once more. They lead by a field goal as they go to work with a 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Warren to start the drive. Tries to avoid tacklers there, but the ball is out. It's picked up by one of his teammates. 12 yards on the game. That's good for a quick 1st down.
These are the opportunities that just kill defensive coordinators. You got the ball loose. You did everything you want. But now you got to recover it. You need better pursuit to the ball, more bodies around the ball carrier. Because when that ball pops out, you've got to be on it. These opportunities don't come around often. And when they do, you got to seize the moment. Running back looked a little unsure of himself on that carry there, Mike. You have to think back to that fumble earlier in the game. How much is that still weighing on his mind? He didn't really seem to attack that hole like we've seen in the past. He gets stopped for no gain.
Rodgers here on second down. A high throw there, but a nice job to go up and get it. And a big strike for good yardage there all the way up to midfield.
Great pre-snap recognition here by the quarterback. He looks outside and sees man coverage, and he knows exactly where he's going to go with the ball. Now it's up to the receiver to create separation at the top of the route. Ball's on time, great placement, nice big pickup.
So they come to the line for first down and 10. Rodgers. And a good effort there defensively. It's knocked away and incomplete.
A rare miss for a quarterback that we've seen really come out on fire throughout this entire contest. I mean, his completion percentage, Mike, is well above league average, and frankly, it's really the biggest reason why they find themselves out in front.
Now a give to Warren, running right. And that one is closed down in the backfield. What a defensive play. Knifing in, dropping him for the loss.
Number one rule of run blocking for the offensive line is you don't want to allow penetration. It just doesn't give your running back any angles to cut and find the hole. It's exactly how it played out here. They've got to do a better job holding the line of scrimmage and not getting pushed back.
Third and long for Rodgers. Metcalf left side, he's got it. And they're going to move this ball inside the 25-yard line. 2 minutes to play in the first half of a 3-point game. We'll return to Las Vegas after this. First down for Aaron. He finds Austin with the grab. And they're going to get this all the way down inside the 5.
Man, they're just running this 2-minute drill to complete perfection. It is such a point of emphasis of every offense, Mike. These end-of-half scenarios to come away stealing points make a big impact on the outcome of the game. And they're knocking on the door here, first and goal. At the very least, got to come away with some points.
They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete. After that incomplete pass, we have a player shaken up. Halftime is looming, so the athletic training staff going to get a chance to look him over during the break. We'll go again from the 3. It is second and goal. Rodgers going up top again. That is caught by the tight end. Pat Freiermuth. Touchdown, Steelers. Greg, it's the quarterback's best friend, and you were that guy for a lot of years. The tight end in a tight area with man coverage.
Yeah, and it's really twofold, Mike, right? First and foremost, we see so many of these tight ends around the league that now have gotten to the point where one-on-one matchups, that's advantage offense. But then even in the cases they don't create great separation, Mike, it's their size, their catch radius. It's such a friendly target for the quarterback that when things get tight in the red zone, they look to the tight end.
Boswell adds the extra point. And the Steelers will get out in front 17-7. Boswell now following the touchdown. Back out to kick this one off. To return it, here's Raheem Mostert. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Vegas offense ready to get rolling again. They find themselves down 17-7 as this drive starts first and 10. Man in motion here is Tucker. Smith to throw on 1st and 10. Open man. That's Trey Tucker. That's a nice pickup on a 1st down throw. It's a gain of 8. Here's 2nd and 2. From the gun, it's Geno. That's caught. It's the tight end, Brock Bowers. It'll be taken down after a gain of 3, but that is good enough for a 1st down.
Doing a nice job there to move the chains early in this drive, but now as they approach midfield, continue to keep your foot on the gas. Don't get conservative. Don't start sitting on the ball. Cross midfield and go. Anytime you find yourself on your opponent's side of the field, you have to be thinking points.
That one broken up. It is incomplete. They tried the shot on 1st down, couldn't connect. It'll bring up 2nd down.
I think the biggest issue and why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the ups and downs of this passing game. At sometimes, he's highly accurate and efficient, but at others, he just misses too many easy throws. Question is, are they going to be able to overcome this quarterback inconsistency and pull this game out?
He's taken down, but just shy of midfield. A couple of 1st downs, and the football's out to the 48-yard line as they come up 1st and 10. From the shotgun, Smith. Open man downfield. He's got his tight end, Bowers. Wow, out of bounds, inside the 10. It's 1st and goal. A huge play just before the half. A pickup of 44 yards.
The defense is just going to have to find a way, Mike, frankly, to just make this more challenging. From the time the quarterback has in the pocket to the amount of separation the receiver has downfield. At this level, that is just too easy. They've got to tighten up both their coverage and find a way to get some pressure on the quarterback. Because if they don't do either, expect a lot more big chunk plays like we just saw there. These are the play calls, Mike, that offensive coordinators use to just get their quarterback and their passing game into some sort of rhythm. Easy pitch and catch, get the ball out of his hand, see a completion. These typically, as the game goes on, lead to bigger and bigger gains.
They'll try to run this one in. And he will fight his way to the end zone. Touchdown, Vegas.
You know, we spent so much time talking about the heroics of a game-winning drive to end the 4th quarter in 2-minute mode. Now let's talk about a 2-minute mode, Mike, at the end of the 1st half. It might not be in walk-off fashion, but I'll tell you what, executing that here, going into halftime, changes this entire game.
Carlson now for the extra point. He's got it. And the Raiders are back to within a field goal. It's 17-14. Halftime, coming close, and not much time left as this one is kicked away. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10. They send Freiermuth, the tight end, in motion. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he'll be brought down at the 32 after a short pickup. Here at halftime, it's the visitors, the Steelers, who are in the lead. As we're off to Orlando, going to check in with Jonathan Coachman, who's got our EA Sports halftime report.
Okay, Mike, thank you. More from you and Greg in a moment.
And instead, why don't we get right back to it as we'll get ready for the third quarter. Three points, all that separates these two sides, as half number 2 kicks off. Austin now to return this. Now an opening past the 30. Nice job by the return team as he takes it across the 30-yard line. The Steelers offense and DK Metcalf getting set for their next possession. And you see the numbers for him into this third quarter. They just pop off the screen. He has been open and electric throughout. A-Rod down to throw on first down. Over the middle, Metcalf has it. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down.
Just take what the defense is giving you. You can stay ahead of the chains and just take these easy pitch and catch throws underneath, hitch routes, quick game. Now it puts you in a lot more favorable down and distances to eventually attack this defense a little bit more downfield.
And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield.
This is where you have to be careful, Mike. You find yourself winning in the second half. Human instinct says, all right, let's just sit on the ball and protect the lead and let the clock run out. You can't do that. Stay aggressive. Do what got you here. Continue to mix the run with the pass. Keep your foot on the gas and try to extend this lead.
Rodgers on first down. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
So the hope is when you call these underneath drag routes, you're trying to have your tight end come out the backside of the defense in space. So when you put the ball on him early, it leads to big yards after the catch. In this case, they don't get the real big play they were hoping for, but they'll definitely take it.
He's going to air one out for Metcalf. That long one's going to bring them first and goal. He is brought down at the 5-yard line.
And this offense is now really on the move, Mike, and it's the passing game that's leading the way. They've been able to march their way downfield thanks to this aerial attack, so don't expect them to go to the ground game anytime soon. If I'm this play caller, I'm continuing to lead on this, not only in this drive, but probably for the rest of this game.
5 yards from the house. They've got it first and goal. Here's Warren. And he's going to go backwards on that one. They take him down back at the 6-yard line.
When you can get this level of run support out of your secondary, Mike, man, what an advantage for any defense. This defensive back clearly reads run, gets off his block, and he's able to take down the back for a loss of yards.
One more time with Warren. And he's into the end zone for a touchdown. There is a marker down, but I think this score is going to hold up.
Offside, defense. That penalty is declined.
Boswell now for the extra point. It's up and good. And the Steelers go up by 10. 24-14 is their lead. Boswell now following the touchdown. Back out to kick this one off. Mostert now to return. And this will work out quite well. He'll get it all the way out to the 30-yard line. The Raiders offense ready for their first possession of this second half. The deficit is 10, 24-14. So work to do as they come up for 1st and 10. Now give on the ground, and he's going to struggle to get back to the line, maybe a yard, with Deshaun Elliott on the tackle. On 2nd down, Smith. No one open. He'll drop it to his running back. And they'll work this close to a 1st down, maybe just a tad short. Third and a yard. Geno to throw. That's into the hands of Tucker. He's got it. He's going to have the 1st down. That one good for 9, and the drive continues.
When you decide to throw the ball on 3rd and 1, typically, Mike, what you're doing is you start from the top down. If you have the big shot downfield, take it. If not, the quarterback works through his progression, finds the medium target, picks up a 1st down.
Blown back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. And that's the way you want to run it on 1st down. A gain of 7.
This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You've got to have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
A 2nd down throw for Smith. Looking middle, and he's got Myers. And they're going to get this ball down to the 20-yard line.
Whatever they've talked about in the locker room at the halftime break seems to have worked. They've come out with a new established energy. You could see it when they took the field. Now this offense seems to be building on it because with that chunk play, just a little bit of rhythm that they can build off of. They got a long way to go to get back into this game, but so far off to a good start.
And he'll plow forward for a gain of 4 yards. They'll stick with him again. Trying to find somewhere to move forward, but nothing going. Tackled for the loss of a yard.
This is what every defense in the league is shooting for, Mike. Negative plays. That's how you kill drives. Force teams to play from behind the sticks. Great job here, taking them down for a loss.
What can they do here on 3rd down and 7? Working out of the gun, Smith. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Sometimes, Mike, your greatest strength can also be a little bit of your weakness. In this case, he is so used to being able to buy more time with his feet, extend the play, give his targets more time downfield to uncover. In this case, nothing materializes, tried to do too much, and as a result, takes a big loss.
The field goal unit going to come on for the Raiders. Spotted at the 35, this a 45-yard attempt. Carlson's kick is good. And the Raiders are able to get it back within a score.
And I can tell you firsthand, Mike, when you find yourself trailing in a game, You don't feel very good about coming away with field goals, but in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Austin now to return this. And he is stopped at 25. The drive will begin there. The Steelers offense and their big play wideout getting set for their next possession. And he was unguardable in the first half. You see the numbers as they try to add to those here in the third quarter. From the 25, they'll go to work. 1st and 10. They'll start this on the ground with Warren. He'll be taken down after a gain of 2. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. Once again, it's Warren. And he'll get about 5 past the 30-yard line. Here's a 3rd down and 4. Out of the pistol, Rodgers to throw. He dropped this down to Warren. And he'll be stopped short of a 1st down, and that will necessitate a call to the punt team. It's 4th down.
The initial reaction is, how does this quarterback not throw the ball past the 1st down line to gain to try to extend this drive? And the reality is, because they've already decided they're going to go for it on 4th down.
Fair catch called and made right there at the 25-yard line. The Raiders offense ready to get back at it. They trail here by a touchdown as this drive will start with a 1st down. They go play action with Smith. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
You can't fault the quarterback on this one, Mike. He really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him, and he really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand and live to play another snap.
On 2nd down, it's Geno. That's brought in by Myers. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5. Smith from the gun on 3rd down. He's got his man down the field. It is a big completion. It's a gain of 28 as they convert on 3rd down.
You can see this connection is just starting really to pick up. They're seeing the game through the same set of eyes, and that is the job of the receiver. What is my quarterback expecting from me? Where does he want me? Be there on time, and it leads to big gains like this.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Now, Geno.
Really well done here by the defense, Mike, executing this zone defense, and they've got to be able to pattern read. You're not just going to drop back to a spot and just play like a robot. Based on what the receivers do off the line, the defenders have different rules of where their zones move to. Well, they had that one dialed in right from the jump, and they were able to stop that play really before it got started.
Handoff here, up the middle, And he nearly got free. But as it is, gain of 6, and it sets up third down. Smith. And this ball incomplete on third down.
For the most part, he's been very accurate with the ball. I mean, he's completing over 60% of his passes, but because they haven't been able to get any big explosive plays, continue to push the ball downfield, hasn't really translated on the scoreboard just yet.
He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Raiders will cut the lead down to 4.
So it's not exactly what you're looking for when you set out on a drive, but at the same time, you don't want to come away empty-handed either. So in this case, they'll take those 3 points.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. On the return, here comes Cordero Patterson. He'll get across the 20, mark him down at the 23-yard line. The visitors' offense and the wideout getting set to go once more. The lead sits at 4, so they'll try to add on to that. This drive begins with 1st and 10. On the ground, here comes Patterson. And some space opens as he's brought down following a gain of 6. They'll work now on 2nd and 4. Working out of the gun, it's Rodgers. He's going to run out of time. They get to him and bring him down.
Early in this drive, they're trying to establish some offensive rhythm, and after that 2nd down sack, really puts them in a must-pass. You don't want to be in 3rd and long very often in the NFL. It's not a very high percentage conversion rate, and with the danger of a 3 and out, they better hold up here in pass protection.
So, backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. From the gun, Rodgers. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Here's the quarterback doing everything in his power to extend this play, and none of his guys could get open. You got to see someone separate, work with your quarterback, go into scramble second reaction mode, and let's also give some credit to the back end, doing a nice job plastering with their assignment, and he had no choice but to throw it away.
And that's a nice job of getting to him, making sure that return was not going anywhere. So, 3 quarters have come and gone. Back with more after the break. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. Now a 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. From the shotgun, it's Smith. He'll check this down to the running back. And he's down on the other side of midfield. Mark him at the 48-yard line.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and The age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
And he'll be hauled down at about the 35-yard line.
Every quarterback's dream is, can I get the ball out of my hand as fast as possible and get it to a guy that can do the rest after the catch? And it seems like nowadays, throughout the entire league, the best offenses thrive in yards after the catch.
That's a short one, caught by Bowers. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
It's not the big play they were hoping for, but first down efficiency, staying ahead of the chains, is what every offense is trying to find, and it brings up a manageable second down.
Here's a 2nd and 6. Now a give up the middle, and he's going to be stopped in his tracks. He'll lose a couple of yards on that one.
Sometimes you run all those big bodies out there, you kind of tip your hand. I always love going big jumbo personnel for a play action. In this case, they keep the ball on the ground. The defense knew it was coming, and they suffer a loss.
Big play coming up. This is 3rd down. Off the play fake, it's Smith. Taking off, he'll try to get there. Gino's been around, knows how to slide and get out of harm's way after picking up the first down. It's a first down and a gain of 16.
This is exactly how it's supposed to look on 3rd down. His eyes are downfield, nothing materializes. He quickly decides he can do it himself, picks up the first down, and then to protect himself with the slide, well done.
They're at the 17-yard line now for 1st and 10. Throwing is Smith. Finding his tight end there. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down.
Outbreaking routes, Mike, especially outside of the numbers, everything is about the timing. If you're late with the throw, you're going to be watching that defensive back take that thing the other way for 6.
Up the middle they go. And the Raiders are going to have a 1st and goal coming up. They try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
I think this 2nd down call, Mike, they were hoping that at worst they had themselves set up for a 3rd down and short. But there's no need for 3rd down. He was able to get enough on 2nd, and they get a fresh set of downs.
Here's a run. He slowed up quickly as he gets this down to the 6. Now here's 2nd and goal. On the carry, here's Mostert. And he will score. Raheem Mostert, touchdown Las Vegas. What a game this has been. Back and forth we go, and that 4th quarter score changes the lead one more time.
And we've seen the lead go back and forth, Mike, and now the question is, can they get a stop? Can they find a way defensively to hang on to this lead and get themselves this big win?
Now this, an important extra point here to stretch this lead to a field goal. The kick is good, and the Raiders go up by 3. It's 27-24. So now playing with the lead after that 4th quarter touchdown, Time to kick it back the other way. Austin now to return this. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The visitors' offense ready to get back to work. We're trying to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. Here's Rodgers. This one grabbed by Austin. That's a nice pickup on a 1st down throw. It's a gain of 8. We'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. In the shotgun, it's A-Rob. That's complete to Metcalf. And he'll be tackled up around the 45-yard line.
Similar to a tight end, the slot receiver is often considered the safety blanket. He makes all the difficult catches, tends to be a little bit more around the line of scrimmage, and so far today, he's certainly lived up to that reputation.
A 1st down throw from Rodgers. And that is incomplete. DK Metcalf was the intended target. It's 2nd down.
It's rare to see an offense that finds themselves trailing and say, well, their quarterback's been actually one of their biggest bright spots. Usually that doesn't go hand in hand, so it's a little surprising to see him miss a throw like that on a day where he's completed passes at a highly efficient rate.
That's complete. It's Metcalf. And he'll be hauled down at about the 35-yard line.
As this game continues to come down to the wire, Mike, it just reminds us, this is where quarterbacks earn their keep. You are judged by how you play in these critical moments. In 4th quarter, down a score, it doesn't get much bigger than this.
From the 35, it's 1st and 10. They send Freiermuth, the tight end, in motion. And they will take him down at the 20-yard line.
When the offense broke the huddle in a line, Mike, I think everybody in the stadium knew this was going to be a run, but the offense is kind of saying, okay, line up, I dare you to try to stop us, and right now this defense has no answers.
Here's 1st and 10. They send Freiermuth, the tight end, in motion. 1st down for Aaron. He finds Austin with the grab. Second and 7. Throwing, Rodgers. Throw over the middle, and they can't connect. It's incomplete.
There's a fine line between trusting your arm and having a little bit too much faith in your arm, right? I think this is one of those situations here, Mike, where there was nowhere to go with the ball. He tries to fit that one in there anyway, and he's lucky that it just falls incomplete.
On 3rd down, Rodgers. His throw left side is complete. And a good job here defensively. They did not let him get away. He's well short of the 1st down marker.
I think this is one of those plays that when the ball carrier watches this back in the film room tomorrow, he's going to be a little frustrated with himself. If he could just have made that one guy miss, he picks up the 1st down. Instead, he gets brought down short of the sticks, and now they got a 4th down decision to make. And this is where it pays to have a kicker you can trust, Mike. I mean, this is as big a spot as there is. 4th quarter, what does he do? He comes out and he delivers to tie up this game.
All even. 4th quarter, everything we've wanted. What's in store in the remaining time? Oh, he's got room past the 30. Nice job on the return. He's down close to the 35-yard line. The home team's offense, Geno Smith, getting ready for their next possession. And this defense might be about ready to wave the white flag. Nothing they have tried to throw at him has been successful. He just processes things so quickly, making the right read seemingly every time. They'll begin here on the ground. Not much to speak of on that one. Maybe a gain of a yard. It's second down. They'll turn and hand this one off. And he looks past the 40, taken down after a gain of 7.
Very positive returns on that run. I mean, really, the only thing not to like is that they weren't able to move the chains. But you know what? The way he ran there, I think they go right back to him and see if he has even a bigger carry in him.
From the gun, it's Geno. Pressure gets there, and down he goes.
We're starting to see in these passing situations, Mike, this defensive line is starting to have their way against this group up front because right now, their pass protection is breaking down and his quarterback's paying the price for it.
The Raiders have their punt team out there. Important punt here in this tie game late. And he's going to be brought down after a short return. And that's where his team will get possession of the football. The visitors' offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. And it's hard to believe you can run the ball a whole lot better than he has. The vision, the cutback ability, the acceleration, the stats. It has all been on display throughout. They'll come up for 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Warren. Up the sideline to the 40. And finally, they'll bring him down, but he's up beyond the 45-yard line. Terrific start to this drive. Gain of 23 and a 1st down. So 2 minutes left to play in the second half. Greg and I back on EA Sports after this. Plenty of time, all 3 timeouts left. It's 1st and 10. They'll set up the screen to Patterson. And they'll get about half of what they needed to pick up a 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
You see so many teams wait till 3rd down to execute their screen game, but I like in this case the play caller changes things up. He uses the screen game on 1st down, which will have an effect on this pass rush going forward. How aggressive do they want to get after the quarterback? Because they got that screen play still in the back of their head. Well, let's give credit here to the coverage unit, Mike. There was nowhere to go with the ball for that quarterback. He had no choice but to just tuck it down himself, and he's able only to pick up a short gain.
The sound deafening in the dome. It's 3rd down. They'll drop to throw. He'll look middle, and he's got his man complete. Now the Raiders going to use the first of their timeouts as it comes with a minute 4 left to go in the game. Here's 1st down. Warren. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one. He'll try again here. 2nd and 10. They'll stick to the ground. He'll get about 3, and that's going to lead to 3rd down. Now the Raiders going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they get it with just under a minute to go in this football game. Big play coming up, 3rd and 7, and the crowd on their feet. They'll run, and this defense holds its ground. They stop him for no gain, and 4th down's coming up.
We've seen this back have his way with this defense all game long, Mike. He's up over 100 yards for the game, but this time the defense said, we've had enough. They sold out to stop him. They hold him to no gain.
So out comes the veteran, Chris Boswell, in a big spot. This a potential game winner. This kick is good. And they take the lead in the final minute of this game.
And that's just got to be a great feeling over on that sideline, Mike. I mean, an excellent job by this offense to give yourself a chance to win it. And then this kick. I mean, what's left to be said? It was never in doubt, and it's going to lead this team to a victory.
So the kickoff team out there one final time in the final minute as they kick it away. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. This is 1st and 10. From the pistol, Smith. The coverage too good downfield. They'll wind up taking him down. So this one, a win for the visiting Steelers. They took this one down to the wire. The late field goal does the trick. They walk away with the victory. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olsen and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. With that, we say so long, everyone.